The mother is dead, and police say she was a victim of an unspeakable crime. Her son accused by Glendale detectives of stabbing her and beheading her.
Now, we want to warn you, these details are disturbing, as you can imagine. Fox 10's Lauren Clark joins us live now with more. So, Lauren, police say the suspect was just released from jail.
Yes, that's right, John and Christina. Police say that the family told them that the son, Alejandro Gonzalez, who's currently the suspect, was recently released from jail and living with his mother, Teresa. Court documents say that the family said Gonzalez had a mental condition and that they believed he was capable of doing this.
We're going to be talking about a very heinous crime that took place over the weekend that left one of the Valley's families in very desperate and basically terrified shape.
On Friday afternoon, Glendale police says this home was the scene of an unspeakable murder. 49-year-old Teresa de Jesus Cruz Rubio, a beloved teacher at Southwest Key Programs, was found dead. Cop cars and crime scene tape covered the street, alarming neighbors like Dora.
About 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, officers just started showing up, and the whole street was closed off.
Police say Teresa's sister was the last to talk to her late that afternoon. She was calling her to confirm she'd be at a family gathering, which was supposed to be Teresa's surprise birthday party. But when she didn't show, family became worried. They finally got inside her locked home near 43rd Avenue and Bethany Home Road with the help of a locksmith around 11 p.m. That's when they made the gruesome discovery.
The 911 caller stated that a family member was inside of the house and was deceased, and that the victim's head had been cut off.
Brian Hoskin with Glendale PD says officers found the victim under a blanket with multiple stab wounds. Officers noticed the shower was still running and a bloody kitchen knife was in the sink. Teresa's sister told officers her burgundy GMC Yukon she gave Teresa to use was missing. Fox 10 obtained this video of the SUV captured by a neighbor's Ring video leaving the home in the late afternoon. Around 3 a.m., police located the car with Teresa's 25-year-old son, Alejandro Gonzalez. Police say he had injuries on his hands and arms and blood on his clothes. Once in custody, court documents say Gonzalez admitted he stabbed his mother, but told officers he did it after another unknown suspect he was doing drugs with stabbed her first.
Alejandro claimed there was another suspect involved, but no evidence pointed to this as the detectives looked through the scene and all the evidence that they collected.
He's currently booked on first-degree premeditated murder and theft. A judge set bond at $1 million, cash only.
It's horrific to the family who had to endure this. It's horrific to the officers who had to go and see this.
Yeah, and Glendale PD says that there are resources available for both the family and officers who arrived on scene to process this horrific sight. Reporting live here in Glendale, Lauren Clark, Fox 10 News.
Lauren, thank you.
A Valley family awakened in the middle of the night to a horrifying sight as masked thieves armed with an AK-47 steal their truck.
Yeah, you can see them right here. There's someone inside. There's someone right here with this gun. I mean, that's terrifying. They soon found out, too, they're not alone. Another family in the same neighborhood had their truck stolen minutes later. Fox 10's Nicole Christine joins us live tonight from Waddell with the exclusive story. Nicole.
Yeah, good evening, John and Christina. Really terrifying for some of these residents. And these thieves seem to be using a relay device of sorts. It can amplify the wireless signal from the key fob, even from your home, and then it can use that signal to unlock the vehicle. We spoke to one person today who says he's frustrated and unnerved, as you can imagine, from what he saw on his security footage from overnight.
Shocked, I can't believe this happened to me.
Michael Florent woke up to an urgent message. Someone was inside his truck.
I woke up this morning to an alert on my phone that my truck had been opened without the key, so I told my wife. She said, well, I just saw an alert on the neighborhood social media that someone had their white truck stolen. So I came out, opened my garage door, and my truck was gone.
Florent checked his Ring camera footage and saw 4 people in masks pull up in a white Camaro, armed to the teeth.
They were gone in 5 minutes, and the one who disabled the horn is the one that had the AK-47 pointing in this direction in case I were to come out. They didn't care if they got caught, didn't care they were on camera. The camera was right above where they were. The lights, they were, lit up, filmed the whole time. They were hooded, gloves, the whole works.
10 minutes after taking Michael's truck, thieves stole a white truck from a nearby home. but in a video, you can see it driving away with a white Camaro following closely behind. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office confirmed they're investigating the theft, and while Florent is not overly optimistic his truck will turn up, he says he wants other residents to be warned of this trend.
I really wish that I had purchased a aftermarket tracking device. So I recommend everyone do that because that's not something they would look for.
Florent also gave advice to neighbors who might want to take matters into their own hands and confront the thieves.
If you have video footage and you see it happening, just make sure you're recording it, and it's not worth it, honestly. It's just stuff.
Now, you can store your key fob in a faraway bag, or you can use a physical steering wheel lock. Those are a couple of ways that you can protect your car from theft. And it's also important to just stay up to date with how technology can be used to help people steal your vehicle. Reporting live tonight in Waddell, Nicole Christine, Fox 10 News.
Big drug bust at Sky Harbor Airport.
Phoenix police say a Goodyear woman was caught with dangerous narcotics. Officers say Martisha Montgomery was traveling to Atlanta 2 weeks ago when her luggage was flagged by TSA security. They say she had 6 vacuum-sealed kilo bricks of fentanyl in her checked bags, as well as 50,000 pills. Officers booked Montgomery on felony drug charges. The drugs were impounded for further testing. A judge set her bond at $100,000. Phoenix police officers jump into action to try to save the lives of 2 dogs chained up in a backyard in horrible conditions.
Yeah, Desiree Llewellyn spoke with those officers and shows us the rescue caught on body camera.
A day last week, the Valley experiencing record-breaking heat when Phoenix officers Castaneda and Bush received an emergency priority 1 call.
And it comes out as an injured animal.
Luckily, they were in the neighborhood near 14th Street and Willetta. Responding to this home, they could see 2 dogs in distress.
The residents had a waist-high chain link fence so you could see the whole property.
So when we go to the side of the house, one of the dogs is barking and howling at the moon, just in complete distress.
And then a second had collapsed. It was a little bit further back.
The darker one is Chongo, the other, Sonia.
All right, buddy, I know you're hurting. I gotta help you.
In the body camera video, you can hear the dog struggle to breathe.
No doghouse, no food, no water.
No shade. You can see officers immediately start dousing them in water from the hose.
The dogs, unfortunately, they were chained to a pole, and they were chained with a metal chain link chain.
Only about 4 feet long. Officer Bush, carrying Sonia to the back of his patrol car, rushed her to the hospital.
They immediately just took her on their cart, their gurney, and wheeled her back.
Unfortunately, she died.
It's a little rough for me, only because I had a couple pitties that resembled these 2 very closely.
Chongo did survive and is now with the Humane Society. The homeowner in this case faces 2 felonies and city code violations.
The heat affects the dogs just like it affects us.
Phoenix police want you to remember this.
If you see something, say something. Luckily for us, that witness was an amazing witness, and she's the reason why the other dog lived.
Desiree Llewellyn, Fox 10 News.
Fox 10 extensively reported on the sober living crisis and scandal that Arizona leaders say cost the state $2.5 billion, preying on vulnerable people struggling with addiction. That crisis led to a massive crackdown on Medicaid fraud in 2023.
New tonight, a convicted felon and ex-doctor is linked to a behavioral health provider suspended by the state's Medicaid agency. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum digs deeper into a man known as Dr. Ed.
Cheevers Dynamic Systems International used to be an outpatient treatment center licensed by the state as a behavioral health facility until April of this year. It was located at this business plaza in North Phoenix on Cave Creek Road. Back in July, the Arizona Healthcare Cost Containment System, or ACCESS, suspended payments to Achievers due to credible allegations of fraud. Fox 10 obtained the notice of suspension, accusing Achievers of excessive billing, suspicious billing patterns, and failing to comply with ACCESS policy, including incomplete, inconsistent, unsigned, and undated patient assessments. But what also stands out in this suspension? The employment of Edward Saye. Officials say Saye is not licensed as a medical doctor, but during a site visit by the ACCESS team in September 2023, Saye introduced himself as Dr. Ed.
Hello.
Hi, is Edward here? We tried to get Edward Saye's side of the story at his home. Access officials say he's excluded from participating in Medicaid and Medicare due to his criminal history of fraud. The Arizona Attorney General and the DEA investigated Saye and his practice, Arizona Family Medicine, for more than 2 years. The doctor arrested in 2014. By 2015, Saye pled guilty to multiple felony charges, including fraudulent schemes, conspiracy, and administration of a dangerous drug or a narcotic drug. Saye billed Access for fake medical services, had some patients share medications with him, and prescribed pills to drug dealers in exchange for cocaine, prostitutes, and alcohol. Not only did he bill Access, he targeted private insurance companies as well. A Maricopa County judge sentenced Saye to 4 years in prison plus 5 years of probation. He was ordered to surrender his medical license.
I'm here to get your side of things.
A relative of Saye put him on the phone. He tells me he was only a clinic administrator for Achievers, working there from May to November 2023. But the Access suspension letter says staff and members at Achievers called him Dr. Ed. He says his intention was to help people, but did not want to be interviewed on camera.
First of all, ask a lot of questions.
Reva Stewart advocates for Native Americans who have been victimized by the sober living scandal and now displaced by shut-down facilities and group homes. During the pandemic, at the height of the scam, fraudsters enrolled Access members into AIHP, whether they were tribal members or not, promising treatment to build a state.
This is still happening. These people will tell you a lie to get you in there, regardless if you're not on the American Indian Health Plan anymore.
A month after Access spoke to Edward Saye, the Department of Health inspected Achievers in October 2023. DHS issued 9 citations, including a violation for failing to oversee 4 behavioral health technicians at least once every 2 weeks, officials calling it a deficient practice posing a potential risk for staff and patients. We tried reaching the owner of Achievers Dynamic. Her phone number was disconnected.
Another Achievers facility in Glendale was suspended by Access due to allegations of fraud. Now, under federal regulation, Access must refer cases like this to the Attorney General's office. And they did in this case, but now it's on the AGO whether or not they choose to investigate this provider. I also reached out to the Arizona Medical Board about Edward Saye's run-in with Access. Remember, he doesn't have a medical license anymore. The board says they were not made aware of this until I contacted them. I'm Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum.